sitting, and then as you sit, your energy builds up. You can stand, and the standing distance is about, there's two ways you can find the distance. Is one like that, you open, and then you open a little, you stand like a duck, because that opens the center line from the perineum going all the way up to your top of the head, yes? And the hips a little bit is inside, so if there's a curve, the hips would be, the spine would be straight. And then it's the back, and you hanging up straight, and you relax. And you don't stand too close, because your center will adjust constantly. So there will be more movement. You want to be shoulder width. You stand like that. The knees are soft. They're not locked. They're a little bit soft. You notice very gentle. So whatever is comfortable. Because every cell of the body, the center is working, so it balances every cell of the body. Yes? So Fong used to say that even if you stand crooked, if you keep standing, the center will adjust the body by itself. It has the wisdom to do that. Okay? So you stand. If you're tired, you sit. So no force, nothing, no force. Ease, everything is at ease. Once you stand, you can add few more things into the standing. Also with no force, so it's hand positions. One is this one. So it's like you're holding a ball. Your armpit are open so the energy can flow. The most important is the wrist and the shoulder are above the elbow. So improper way would be this, yes? Proper way, it's like that. Fingers are open so the chi is flowing, energy is flowing throughout the whole body. And you can start paying attention that you feel the chi, the ball of energy. Yes? So that's one position, would be this, holding the ball in the lower hara hadantien. The next position is this one. And what you can, when you get familiar, is to feel like a shower of energy from your palms all the way down to your feet and coming up, or from the right palm going down the right side underneath the feet, going up your left side to the left palm. So you're circling this way from here down this way, or you can do it from the left going down this way coming up. So it's a complete circle, and it affects the right side and the left side of the brain. And then you can feel, once like feeling the head is inside a ball, a bubble of chi. And then you can feel the energy, you can move direct with your intention, the energy from the right side of the palm through your head to the left side, and from the left side through the right side. Or you can just hold it, however works for you. Yes, another hand position, it's this one. And this you can connect with the earth. Like you have a string going down all the way below the building, and from the earth the energy comes into your body. Again, the armpit is open, so energy can flow. Okay? Another position that one can do is this one. And this, like, you can visualize, you use the visualization to trigger the energy to flow. Once you feel the flow of energy, you don't need to visualize. It's for male body, the left side is close the right side is further. So when we talk, okay, I'll talk about a moment. For a woman, female body, the right side is closed, the left side is further. And that's because the right side of the body is male, the left side of the body is feminine. So if it's a male body, the feminine close the circle, and then masculine. Yeah? And that brings us to, let's say, I'm sitting and I'm in interaction and I feel there's a leak of energy. If you put your hands like this, you conserve the energy internally and you charge the body with energy, because the hara is the battery, the duracell for the body. So if you charge the body with energy, you have more energy.
And so you would put hand position according to a woman or male?
Yes. So I would always put the left and then right, because there's a physical male body. And for the female, it's the opposite.
Okay.
So if there's any interaction or you feel tired, you want to conserve energy. So the moment I put it, right away I start feeling heat coming into the body. Yes. Okay, I can give more practice. What I like to do is tightening the anus and pull the energy from the earth.
The anus or the perineum?
It's, yeah.
It's not the same.
Right, right.
Pull the perineum up.
Yeah. So
Gently.
basically the anus has to be tight as well.
Not necessarily, no.
Okay, so I'm interested that one will tighten
Tighten.
everything.
Okay.
So they would pull, like sucking the energy from the earth.
Yeah.
And so two versions I share is holding it continuously. So everything is tight. You can pull your stomach up as well, yeah? Bringing it up, and then everything relax. That's one way. The other is a tighten and release, and you work your way to 300 or 500. Yeah, because that stimulates energy, and it has a lot of healing power. So that's one. Another practice that in the standing is the inhalation, holding the breath. So inhale, holding the breath as much as you can, exhaling, and then inhale again. And holding. And as you hold, you want to send the energy all over the body, so it awakens all the nerve centers in the body. And when I practice this, I practice 20 minutes of this. Holding, releasing, holding, releasing, holding, releasing.
How long do you hold?
Each one as much as they can, because you're not using a timer. And you will feel different expansion, different things. Everything opens, everything starts to be awakened, more vitality.
You don't hold where it's an effort. You know, you're struggling to hold.
No. Sometimes you would naturally will hold longer and you won't struggle. And sometimes you will hold less and no struggle. The whole aspect is. And it's again, this is, Fong used to say, if you cannot stand 1 hour, in the classics they even stand 40 minutes. He said, do at least the Tai Chi ruler, 3 minutes each side. Okay. So, left, whatever comfortable for you to start. And it goes, when the weight goes forward, your hands go down. When the weight goes backward, the hands go up. So down, up, down, up. Once you're comfortable, then you begin, and the circle is this direction. It's towards you. Most people begin the opposite. They start to circle this way. That means their energy flow is opposite. Yes. So this way. Yes. I can explain why. He never explained to me why. I see why. Okay? So this is like that. And you can relax once you're comfortable. You can close your eyes, you can have the eyes open.
Does it matter how wide your feet are apart, or you do it till it's comfortable?
That's what guides you. Comfortable. No right and wrong. That's why it's so simple and so beautiful. And it's not technical. Not like you have to do this, you have to do that.
So the most one of the most important things is to quiet the mind, so there is no doing with the mind.
Yeah, anyway, the mind would either in the beginning will disturb, would be monkey jumping, and you stay with the movement. So it becomes transparent because you see it and you still, your attention is on the movement. So then you come to realize that there's no even evidence that there is a mind, there's only thoughts that appear and disappear. And the only evidence is that you are that which is illuminating everything, aware of everything, unchanging awareness.
Would you elaborate what you just said, that there's no evidence that there is a mind, and when we read the books together, we talk about superimposition.
So all we see is we are able to see different type of movements that happen, so they can be noticed and disregarded, discarded. Yeah, that's the word, discarded, negated. So I switched, yeah, you see that? I switched to the other leg. Can you see the feet, how they're moving? Okay. So once you do that, okay, let's say you've done few minutes each side. I used to use a clock, so I can look that I'm doing 3 minutes and 3 minutes on each side, so it's more balanced, or 5 minutes on 5 minutes. Sometimes I would do more, 10 or 15 minutes on each side, whatever you feel like. Yes. Then I would change, yeah, because this practice has infinite depth. So now I can harmonize the breath with that. So it's inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. So it's all from the nose. Okay?
And why?
You don't have to, you can.
Why is it from the nose only?
In Qigong, they talk about that the breath is through the nose. I don't have the scientific exactly
We
explanation.
do in yoga also through the nose.
So you probably can give a better answer than me. Okay? So that's, you can add the breath, and you don't have to. It's focused on awareness and thoughts. I didn't care about the breath.
And now, how would you look at it?
Meaningless. However it plays for someone. Meaningless.
Meaningless. Don't get attached to anything.
So now if you look at the legs, I change. And the way it's gonna be 100% I'm lifting the feet.
What's important about this that you told me, which is not so easy to do for me, especially on the back foot, is to make sure I don't raise my foot until the full extension.
That's right. It's so,
Listen, this is
basically, if we look at this, this is the natural movement of progress. Full, something empties, and then getting full and empty. So walking, I'll show you in a moment, it's full, empty, full. With the knowledge is the same. If you come full, nothing can be filled. When you're empty, then what comes through the other being who shares is being emptied, so he can get full as well. Yes. With the foot,
This is
so if I'm walking, 100% this leg is empty. Once it's fully empty, I raise the body a little bit, so it's still bent. I go from the center out. The feet is totally touching 100%, right? So it's empty. So once it's empty, this is full, this is getting filled, this gets empty, raises, and then like that. They used to walk on rice paper. If they tear it, that means they didn't walk properly. Okay? There's a certain orbit, they call it, this way, that it goes around. Yes? So when you do it, when you do it downwards, yes, that's material. When you do it upwards, that's spiritual. Yes. So when we do it this way, what direction is it? Spiritual. Spiritual. Upwards. Why spiritual? Material is body, right?
Yes.
So when we take the food in, what direction it goes?
down.
Down. So when we are directing the energy the opposite, it's only material. When we direct the energy this way, we are actually being more refined. It's more spiritual. On a subtle level, it's not so apparent because it's all energy. Yes.
But in your exercises, you do both.
Right. So you balance the material and spiritual. Everything they work is balance, harmony. Perfect balance, perfect harmony. This is a different approach of the Taoists, that's all.
So when you get angry, you should laugh after.
You should examine if there is somebody there other than yourself.